Good day, Dr. Wan Muhammad Hafizuddin. So we are from Group 1 and we are presenting regarding this company named as Saso Limited Sanyang Berhad. This is about us. I am formerly KA21056 and my team members would be Wan Nur Aina Nabila KA21028, Farah Umaira KA21032 and Clarissa Frances Lu KA21008. This is the table of contents. First of all, we're going to present company background, company vision, mission, company products, one product, general operation management concepts such as the supply chain of that particular product, the environment and sustainable practices adopted by the company, conclusion, and references. Okay, so this is the company background, and Saso is a South African company established in 1950 and is deeply involved in mining, energy, chemicals, and synfuel. Originally, Saso focused on producing oil from coal due to South Africa's limited crude oil reserves. Over time, it expanded to produce petrol and diesel from coal and natural gas using the Fischer-Tropsch process. Saso mines coal in South Africa, produces gas in Mozambique, and oil in Gabon. Okay, and it operates the world's largest coal-to-liquid plant in Secunda, a major source of greenhouse gas emissions. Saso North America, with plants in Louisiana and Arizona, primarily functions as a chemical manufacturer. The company's history includes significant state support, privatization in 1979, and expansions into international markets like Qatar, Nigeria, and Iran for gas-to-liquids and coal-to-liquids projects. The vision of this company is to be a leading integrated global chemical and energy company, proudly rooted in the South African heritage, delivering superior value to their stakeholders. And the mission is to create superior value for their customers, shareholders, and other stakeholders. Through their talented people, they use selected technologies to safely and sustainably source, produce, and market chemical and energy products competitively. Okay, and these were the products or services that they provide, which is advanced materials and essential care chemicals. The advanced materials would be alumina, high purity, ultra high purity alumina, carbon-based products, catalysts, cobalt, Fischer-Tropsch. For essential care chemicals would be surfactants, waxes, paraffin waxes, fatty alcohols and acids, personal care ingredients, and petroleum jellies. So these were the products or services as well, which is the base chemicals and performance solution. For base chemical, they have produced monoethylene glycol MEG, monomers, mining chemicals and reagents, chloralkali, caustic soda, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, calcium chloride, and chlorine, blends and hydrocarbons, methanol, polymers such as polyethylene, polypropylene, and polyvinyl chloride PVC plastic, phenolics, creosotes, silanols, and phenols, and as well as fertilizer. For performance solution, they have lubricants such as the high performance alcohols, esters, ethers, inks, paints, coating, adhesives, and performance additives. This is the general operation management. First of all, they obtain the raw materials from reliable company, which ensures availability and consistency of raw materials at all times. Then they undergo the chemical reaction process, which the process involves in quality control measures, implementing strict quality control measures during the entire production process to ensure that all products adhere to high quality standards and meet regulatory requirements. And they ensure products reach customers efficiently and effectively in Asia Pacific. And lastly, they ensure the consumer satisfaction, able to understand consumer needs, and provide product information and support. We continue on general operation management, which is on the products itself. So basically, first of all, for example, we take alcohol and fatty alcohols as the product. And it will be through strategic sourcing of raw materials from reliable suppliers, as I mentioned just now, both locally and globally to ensure uninterrupted production. And this involves effective management of supply relationships and negotiation of favorable terms. And they will undergo chemical reaction process, which is the process optimization, as continuous improvement initiatives to enhance the production processes, reduce the waste, and increase the yield. This includes adopting best practices in chemical engineering and leveraging technology for process automation. Next, to ensure products reach customers efficiently and effectively, currently through within the Asia Pacific region. And to ensure the same as well, which is consumer satisfaction, able to understand the consumer needs, and lastly, provide product information and support. In terms of environmental and sustainable practices that is adapted by this Sesto company would be the sustainable use of plastics in terms of packaging, chemical recycling in South Africa and in Guazi. So for packaging, enterprise operated mobile recycling service that uses the recyclable packaging material from informal settlements and low-income areas in South Africa. And they help use this reduce waste and create a cleaner environment. They have launched 15 units to date with more than 17 direct jobs created, and this company collected more than 10,000 tons of recyclable waste, and communities have earned more than RL 10 million. RL. And the chemical recycling in South Africa would be used in recycling technologies that allows the recycling of plastics that are difficult to recycle mechanically, turning waste back into base chemicals and chemical feedstocks. This can divert plastic waste from landfill, and finalizing a baseline study assessing waste volumes in areas adjacent to our on their Sasolburg facility, and it will further improvement in waste management infrastructure in Vaal Triangle area, including potential development of chemical recycling. While in Inwazi, they have a collaborative effort by a broad range of stakeholders to address the plastic waste challenge in Etekmini, Durban, South Africa. While they focus on improved recyclable collection services, sorting infrastructure, education, and cleanup. The project converts municipal garden sites into the buyback centers where reclaimers can bring in recyclables in exchange for cash. SASO funded upgrade of two municipal refuse garden sites into recycling buyback centers, while Alliance to End Plastic Waste (AEPW) is funding upgrade of 10 sites. In terms of energy efficiency, so in FY23, which is the year of 2023, there was a regression of 5.1% of the group and 5.2% for energy operations and technology from the previous financial year. This is due to several challenges experienced by their OPs, which operation at RPs, including operational instabilities, external power disruptions, poor supply and quality, and natural gas availability. And then in the second half of FY23, the group performance improved steadily due to improved part stabilities and production volumes due to incremental improvements in coal quality, increased equipment availability of natural gas from the GSO, which has optimized the power imported from ESCOM. The chemicals, Eurasia production volumes, and performance have steadily improved April 2023 owing to steady market demand and steady improvement at Lake Charles America's average net production volumes following the turnaround maintenance on some of units during quarter 2 of FY23. And despite these improvements, also is still below the NF target of 23%. The establishment of stable plant operations in combination with the full implementation of their NF improvement roadmap up to 20030 will ensure the achievement of the 30% NF target by 2030. So the FY23 outcomes would be the winner of the South African Energy Efficiency Confederation Award for Industrial Corporate Company for the year 2022 and the International Association of Energy Engineers Saharan Award for Industrial Corporate Company of the year 2023. In terms of climate change, this company do have contribution as well, which is the combined GHG emissions from methane, nitrogen oxides, and CO2 are quantified as CO2e, which emission and recorded as direct scope 1 CO2e emissions. In FY23 last year, 2023, they observed an increase in their direct scope 1 CO2e GHG emissions. A higher production rates than in 2022 has contributed to marginally higher year-on-year emissions, and these were anticipated and mostly the result of process inefficiencies, external power interruptions, and shortage of energy, eroding emission reductions relative to 2022. In this group approach, in this South Africa also is significant Scope 1 and 2 GHG emitted, and although they made substantial reductions in emissions since 2004 year, in 2009 they set the initial targets which they built on the 2021 with greater emission. And they are currently implementing a three-pillar emission reduction framework: reduce, transform, and shift house within the reset, transition, and reinvent phases of future successful strategy. And they're advocating for coherent and integrated climate policy and a regulatory framework that enables a just and equitable transition appropriately paced for context in which they operate. And they're seeking strategies partnership with like-minded organizations to establish new sustainability businesses that align with vision and mission. For their FY23 wishes from the past year income outcomes, Okay, they jointly with Electricity signed power purchase agreements PPAS more than 600 MW of renewable energy, and they signed a 69 MW megawatt 20-year wind energy PPA with the Emerson Imoyeni project. They received the first solar energy at their Augusta, the Italy site from a virtual power purchase agreements with PPA, and they signed several renewable electricity PPAs for Sasso, Italy, and they announced a 50 per 50 joint venture agreement with Tropso for the production of sustainable aviation fuels (SAF) to exploit their advantaged P, sorry, FT technology and Tropso reforming environmental technologies. Economic inclusion, they can be seen here as the fostering economic growth for in terms of the programs that they have done, and the financial inclusion programs, as you can see here, funding post-investment support, financial excellence, tutorial specialist, pitching event, and so on. And business development support impact, which is the supplier connect events, market event opportunities for SME for the exhibitions, 201 jobs created, from interventions, 38 SME training interventions, 191 small businesses and development, as well as they have the women focused development, which is under gender specific programs and responsible consumption and production, which is quite contributed to many aspects and parties, but it would be quite complex and complicated to be described here. So we can just refer to this slide on basically what they have contributed on economic inclusion. To conclude, we have discussed and mentioned below the list of content regarding a company or organization. So the company background, company mission and vision, company products, step one, product general operation, management concepts, supply chain of the product, environment and sustainable practices being adopted by this company, and conclusion, which is therefore we understood that this company do provide many different chemical and energy products to the parties on EDC. You do adopt some of the sustainable practices through participating or collaborating with some of these great companies to produce sustainable products. Basically, these were the references that we have referred to actually complete these presentation slides effectively. Thank you for watching our video on this presentation. Finally, we will come to Q&A session, in which if you have any questions to ask us, you can just direct WhatsApp to ask us. Any one of us or just me, the leader for this group. Thank you.